Hello there, Fleet Commanders. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host today, Tiberius. We'll say good morning, unless, you're in a part of the country where it's now afternoon, like I am, because daylight savings time, which always an interesting little wrinkle. We'll see what it does with the Scopely schedule. They don't usually adjust for things like that. But welcome on to the channel, the live stream today. Take a look at what events we've got coming up. A couple little things that changed since our last stream on Thursday with the game. We won our complaints, our arguments against the raid tax with the new treasury building that hasn't quite been released yet. We had our cross alliance, our cross server leaderboard here. I got 22nd on. That's nice. I'll take the 7,000 Davo tokens. Thank you very much for that. Take a look and see what events we've got going on today. Ticket events, recruit ROM events, battle pass is going to be Unity, so that's giving Alliance helps. Okay, that's an easy one to complete. What are we doing for recruiting ROM? Okay, so we've got the solo leaderboard, which is spend stuff. We've got a mining one, which is just mine anything. Okay, good. I'm doing my dailies for that. Armada assaults. Defeating armadas gives you very few points. Beating an epic is 2,500 points. So to get 75,000 just from defeating stuff, I'd have to do, what, 30 epic armadas? Or some combination of epics and rares? Yeah, that ain't happening. So it looks like we're in a spend directives mode, so that's 20,000 points for doing a rare, 35,000 points for doing an epic, so I'd still have to, if I did one of each, that would be 55,000 points, which gets me most of the way there, and then I guess I would have to make up another 20,000 from defeating them. I get 4,000, so really 16,000 from piggybacking on other people's armadas. Curious to know if Eclipse help with that. Sometimes they have not. Looks like my alliance is running a couple of Eclipse armadas right now, so maybe we will try and quick jump into one of those and just find out what kind of points we get for it, if any. Okay. Oops, wrong button. A little too far. Oops, give me 1 second here. Okay, I hate when I accidentally click too far and close the window I need. Okay. In addition to our ROM events, we've got ticketed events. Okay, combat training, killing swarms. You get bonus points for that, but really you're going to have to just come down to killing 49s or whatever anyway. I'm taking a new approach this month. Instead of just doing the regular stuff, I'm doing extra ticket events to see how much of a difference that makes. Mining crystal, or tearing up crystal miners. We'll take a look at that one a little later. I don't see if I have time to do some crystal mining. And then this is also giving out alliance helps or starting and completing armadas. That one looks good, so we'll join that one. And we've got our complete researches. We've got our threat from beyond, our typical Sunday swarm event, which we'll also do. And our daily events, which have not reset yet. So these are the ones that the timer's off on. So the new event started at noon, but these, in order to run the full 24 hours, will run the extra hour now because of daylight savings time. Alright, so what I need is a hostile crew. third office. You know what? Maybe we'll just do this. Maybe we'll do that and see how that works for now. Probably not going to get into that one anyway. I'm sure it's going to be pretty crowded, but we'll send our ship along anyway for support. Okay, so I think we've activated all the events that we can. I don't know if I'll have time to mine crystal, so I'm not going to join that one just yet. We're going to try and do some armadas. What's this one? Hostile hunt. This is also killing hostiles. Oh, this is also a ticketed event. Okay. Getting ROM shards. We'll talk a little bit more about ROM later. I do have some screenshots to show of ROM in action and just how much of a difference he seems to make. He is incredibly good for attacking bases, particularly for higher level ships. Those 46 plus ships that have multiple shots, especially in the first round, he's pretty strong on, and he makes them even stronger. So just when you thought your bases were safer, not so much. Okay, so we've got going out to do our swarms. You're making progress, but not quite done yet. Let's reset that node. Let's reset our gas node. That'll also complete a couple of my dailies here. So we got our mining, and we got the two lower level ones done. Take our faction credits, take our faction XP, our reputation gain, finish up our, oh, this is nice. Finish up that. That's going to give me a 7th loyalty badge as well. Okay, so we need 20,000 ore, 30,000 gas. So I will have time to mine crystal today. Okay. And we get a ROM shard for that. That also finishes up one of these ROM events, which puts us into this ROM milestone, which is pretty. 10 points for mining, 10 points for swarm, 10 points for hostiles, 60 points for Armada assault. That gets you to 90. 60, 70, 80, 90, but you need 100, so I don't know where those last 10 points are coming from. So either Scopely can't add, or there's an event that they haven't told us about yet. Kind of an important one, because you'd kind of want the top tier there. But maybe there's something else. We'll do some hostiles. Try and do some armadas. Okay. A lot more events going on this month than last month, so should keep people busy. We're going to find out right now in about 20 seconds here. I should be bigger than most of the people to stay in this one. Yeah. Whether or not epic and rare eclipses are giving points. Keep our fingers crossed for this one. That gave me points for combat training. Gave me points for hostile hunt. Does not look like it gave me points for the Armada event, though. Nope. No Armada assault. Okay, so it looks like we will not be doing any more of these today. also looks like we do not have a discovery event today either. That's the one I forgot about. There's no swarm, no discovery jump event today. Now it's possible they may add that in an hour or something like that, but that is a very good point. I do not see that event on the calendar today. So whether they're giving it a break or they've just sort of taken it off for the day, it's a good question. In the meantime, maybe they got the epic. Where's our rare? There's our rare. I am going to need my discovery to probably jump around between some of these different armadas, which is also why it's a little disappointing that we don't have anything going on there. Anyway, we'll work on our swarm here while we're swapping around some ships and waiting on some of these armadas. Definitely does look like the game is also lagging a little bit right now, as you can tell by my ship being way out of position there. But we'll see what happens and what pops back up. And we'll cross our fingers that we do get a discovery event in an hour. That was number 7. All right, moving on to 35s now. That's a 10-minute flight. What else we got? We can get our 7-day loyalty chest here. 10 more Keenzer shards. Getting closer to maxed Keenzer. Most excited about the 40 uncommon ore here, so I can try and get this final 1 or 2 things for this tier of my auger up. But what I'm really lagging on right now is G3 rare, which I don't have much going on for. I need a couple hundred of that, and there's not too many ways to get it. Well, not too many ways to get it in quick quantities, shall we say. So there's our 7-day loyalty chest, but there is one that I can do here. Oh, I can do both, my epic and my rare Armada packs. Okay. So let's do this and get our fingers crossed. We hit some of these rares in our 6 chest pull. Let's see what we got. We got rare gas. Okay, we did get uncommon ore, which I do need for the cargo bay. 120 epic Armada directives is also important because I think that's going to put me over 1,000, so then I could do 2 epics if I need to. D4, auger, blueprints, some speed ups, which is always nice. And I can do my epic box pull too here. Let's do the 2 chest on that one and see what we get. Fingers crossed. Rare crystal this time. And more rare gas, of course. But 3-star gas, and then some 4-star gas as well. Klingon credits, Fed credits. Okay. Well, I'll take it. I will take it. Let's see how we're doing here. 4 minutes to go, not looking promising. We might need to break out the Kelvin for some of these. And we'll get some more gas for some of our events. This is combat training that we're getting gas for. Plus, I'll get some from the Threat from Beyond. I also get some 4-star ore from that as well. Where are we at here? What can I upgrade? Oh, I could do the cargo bay. It's not making a difference in the ship capacity. It's not really worth doing. What are we looking at? If I wanted to do like shields, or to improve the dodge, to boost the strength a little bit. I have the resources. That would be a big spend though. Spending is never... You just want to time it with the events. And there is an event going on right now. Obviously this ROM auction solo leaderboard here for ROM shards. 6 through 10 gets 26. If you did not buy the $99 Elite Battle Pass, then just from doing the events, you need to make up 33 shards. So if I finish here in 6 through 10, that's, 26 shards right there. That's most of them. Maybe I get a couple Daba wheel pulls, which I can through the event store as well. I'm up to, yeah, I can get a couple of these. So if I wanted to try to get, I need some ore. Let's take a couple boxes of that. All right. We got 9 and 21. We're getting a little closer. Got 1 Arak. Still need 9 to unlock him. I also do need gas, and I always need dilithium. There's a Cath. And we'll take 3 more there. Oh, there's another Arak, so we're getting closer. I had a bet with myself that I would end up tiering Fess to tier 2 before I unlocked Arak. I've got 8 Arak shards to go. I need 1 Fess shard to tier him up. This is just sort of the Scopely RNG, which has not been kind to me, and from what I've heard from a number of other players as well, has not been too kind to them. This Armada's going to fail miserably. But hey, I'll take the 1,000 points, whatever, for dying. And then hopefully somebody will reset it. Not quite sure where everybody is. Usually, especially Sunday Swarm, new event, calendar kind of new day starting, especially for an Armada assault, there's usually quite a few people online. So let's pop over to Discord real quick and remind some people that if they're just trying to hanging around the house, that we could use their help. And we died horribly on that one. Alright, so looks like everybody's up here at the Epic. Yes. was there. So we will head back on over. We'll repair this ship. Let's see what we got in Alliance rewards. These are always fun. Thanks for spending, guys. Thanks for buying stuff. Yeah, just making sure that there's nothing else that I missed collecting on. At least not this morning, anyway. Oh. You're on your way to finish those up. Okay. So we talked a little bit more about Rom the other day, as have a few other people so far. And just his two abilities are just insanely good. So his captain's ability, delay opponent's fire by 1 round when attacking a station, is incredibly strong, and we'll show you some more an actual example of that later. Plus we've got plus 50% shots when attacking a station, and this will obviously increase as you tier him up. So delaying their shots for 1 round so you don't get shot, incredibly good. Especially, completely negates an officer like Harrison, who avoids their shields for the first round. Now, if they don't get to fire at all, he's a direct counter to that. And then if you get more shots in round 1, well, in any round, but specifically in round 1, while you're taking no damage from your opponent, you're destroying a bunch of their stuff, which will then reduce the amount of damage you take throughout the rest of the fight. Okay, so it looks like we won against the Epic. Excellent. Oh, we had the Enterprise A there and a couple of Pillums. Yeah, that'll do it. Probably not much reward for me. 3,000. Okay, I'll take it. The one we lost was pretty rough. Yeah, we didn't put much of a dent in it because it was only 21 million, just a couple of, didn't even fill up. We just had 4 people. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. Hey, Olympus. Yeah, he's definitely insanely overpowered. When you put him on, when you take a ship like, even just a Pilum at 46, which has I think like 9 shots in the first round. Let's pull up STFC spaceship database and take a ship like a Pilum and look at the old firing pattern down here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots in the first round. So he's got 7 shots in the first round, and if he increases that by 50%, he's basically adding 4 shots in the first round because Scopely rounds off, so you're rounding up. So you're firing 11 times in round 1. They're not firing back at you at all. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. And other ships have much bigger firing patterns. The one we're going to look at later is one of these guys. One of these guys attacking a base using ROM. And just what exactly this thing does with its firing pattern. Now, round 1 is not that great. Actually, none of the firing patterns on this particular ship are that great. It hits incredibly hard. It just doesn't fire very often. So you've got the two. You're basically alternating. It's phasers and rounds and the odd rounds, and then torpedoes in the even rounds. So 4 plus 50%, you're adding 2 more. So you're firing 6 times in round 1. Getting 2 extra shots here, getting an extra shot here. So 6-3, 6-3 is pretty beefy. But yeah, he's insanely good, and he kind of screams of you know, buy me, buy me, buy me, and tear me up kind of officer. Just hopefully it's going to make people be a little more disciplined with their shields. But it's weird. It's like, you know, Scopely, they give you the amalgam to take bigger scoops from people, and now you're giving us ROM to do crack into bases, so now you can steal more loot, uh, you know, with that amalgam, which they now have a free to play path also that they added to the game this week. So you've got all these little things going on. And then they also give you the treasury to, you know, try to protect some of that loot. They did sort of backpedal on that a little bit, though. So there will not be quite as much uh, stuff that they protect from being stolen. It does increase your protected cargo on your mining ships as well. So again, does help you steal more resources, increasing your cargo capacity with the treasury. It still will do that. The base protection has kind of gone away. So it really is now. It was funny that they were going to put both those mechanics in the game at the same time. A way to make you be able to steal more resources, but then a way to also protect those resources from being stolen. Seemed a little silly. But Mr. Rom is uh, yeah, he's a pretty bad mamma jamma, and certainly an alternative base cracking crew instead of just using like Khan and his crew previously. Now you've got an alternative crew to use as well. That's probably better. If you take no damage in round 1, that certainly does and are able to inflict more damage to your opponent. It certainly does increase the likelihood that you're going to be successful in that assault. Most people should be able to unlock ROM by going through all the events. Maybe getting a couple. Is Rom even in the Dabo? I don't think Rom's in the Dabo polls, is he? I know he's in the Lucky Clover ones, but I don't think he's in the actual. Is he in the Dabo? No, it's just the uncommon guys, or the rare guys that are in the Dabo polls. But he would be in the 4-leaf clover chests, where you might get the possibility of getting 3, 6, or 50 ROM shards. And there will be ways to source that character or those lucky clover things. I'm sure we'll probably get for St. Patrick's Day coming up here in a couple of days. I'm sure they'll throw an event or two out there that'll give you 1 or 2 pulls. Hopefully it's not a different currency, or they give us some little green shamrocks or something instead. There's enough currencies in this game as it is to keep track of. Okay. So we're doing with our helps. What's our battle pass today? Gas and dilithium. Okay. We don't have the treasury yet used for an upcoming edition. They changed this. This did say used to upgrade the treasury. Um, that building should be coming out in about a week. I feel like if you look at the calendar, there's a blank spot kind of in the middle of it, and we should be approaching that. Actually, that will probably be coming up sooner this week. Coming up. they should be releasing that building. And then we also do have our new researches as well. The Vidar combo. Exocomp factory bundles, huh? What are we giving out? Servers and chips. Yeah. The Vidar cargo is available in the store. This one's been available since the Ark released. And now they've also added the Stella cargo. I feel like the Stella one is actually more useful because I feel like you can go out and you can farm with the Stella and your cargo fills up pretty quickly, especially with the skin. The Vidar, I figure usually by the time my cargo's full or close to full, I'm basically dead. It can hold about 300,000, and that'll get also slightly increased from the treasury. It's going to improve some cargo capacity of ships. But usually about that point is when I'm just about dead anyway. So having more cargo capacity on the Vidar, not necessarily an urgent thing to acquire. But the Stella, usually it's like I have to go back and forth 3 or 4 times before my hull health runs out. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen that. The people in the higher 40s and in the 50s, they don't even load out with like PVE type crews. They load out with cargo crews using Ston or Borg Ston to increase the max cargo capacity of the ship because they do, uh, need the extra space because they're just so far above the 33s. There aren't higher level Borg systems yet. But I'm not quite to that point just yet. So I get, if I go out with a regular crew, I get, about 300,000 usually on average per run, depending on if I get a couple crits or not. Maybe I get a couple extra kills. My max capacity is 307, so not like I'm really missing out on anything. All right, so we're up to 36. And now because of daylight savings time, it is going to shift some things back. I hadn't been getting away with the server resetting at 11 p.m., so I was still awake and I was able to finish up my swarms and stuff then. But now with that moving to midnight, highly unlikely I will still be awake for that. So we'll have to do them in the morning before work. I'll still stop at 53. Keep hitting our helps. How are we doing? Is this thing almost like leveled up? That's level 22. This Franklin, man, this thing takes these levels 875,000. That's so much ship XP. You ever wonder how these people win these, ship XP leaderboard events? It's because they just, they use Latinum to upgrade stuff like that. What else we got here? Let's go this way. Alright, so we're just looking to get about 10 more kills here in Threat from Beyond. Then we'll put this one to bed for a while. get bumped? Are we still in this one? Nope, we're good. All 6 people here. Small, 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 small. Ah, Baller brought the Corvus. Okay, we should be okay. Some of us may die, but 78 against 108, we should be okay. We should be okay. Now, I did notice on the Scopely Facebook page, they did make some type of comment about the Borg, or put up a little video link about the Borg. So I'd be curious to see if that means they're going to be doing another Borg event in April. That maybe they're kind of doing a little foreshadowing for. Don't know. Feels like, they wouldn't necessarily jump right into Deep Space Nine. I don't know. My gut feeling tells me that's going to be like more of like a summery type event. Maybe it'll start in May, June, July, August. Do like a 4-month arc probably, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of content with that one. But then it's, what do you do with April if you're only doing 2 months of Ferengi? And they have announced that they are only doing 2 months of Ferengi. This is the final part. So, all right. Almost done. Almost done. Let's see if we live, or how much damage we take. We should be fine. We should be fine. Yep, looks like we held up pretty good. Now, I did see this one, which my Kelvin can make it to. That one I'll definitely die in. That's a big one. That's what she said. Rev said Deep Space Nine isn't the next event. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I really feel like, and April has been typically when they do Borg events. When I started the game 2 years ago in April, uh, started right around tax day, April 15th. Um, that's what they were doing. They were doing some type of Borg event arc. So to see them do that again in April, and I feel like last year may have been the same thing, certainly wouldn't surprise me. And it's nice that they are sort of hinting at that a little bit. Are these events 18 minutes? 18 minutes. These are all done. Let's see what else 18 minutes. See if there's anything showing over here. Nope. So they did update Cosmic Cleanup, though. The event kind of still, they changed some of the point scoring so you can get more points for spending on G4s and G5s to do it that way. Killing stuff still takes the same amount of points and costs. I have to kill about 9 things. Actually, it probably is 10 that are 286,049s to complete my event. Not always the easiest things to find. But they also did change the event store for that, which is, yes, it is still showing. So you can see what you've got now. I know Rev talked about this as well. And again, they didn't fix the order, which is kind of annoying, unless they're showing you what your chance of getting things are. Hey, this is the most likely what you're going to get. I don't know. I don't know why these are all out of order like this, but As far as rare directives, you've got your chance at 20, 40, 50, 60, or 80. I feel like I got 50 when I opened my box. Then you got some Tetrions. Assignment speed ups. Okay. Axionic chips are also pretty good for getting your exocomps and your building upgrades. So what we got going on here? 10-minute gift chests, 4-hour gift chests. We have to use the discovery to kind of hop around a little bit. In the meantime, we can also use I'll try to help out wherever I can. I don't necessarily want to hog all these Armada spots, but if there aren't a lot of people on right now, sometimes, like the one I was in to start with where it didn't finish, you want every Armada to at least be full to have the best shot of winning. So we will certainly send ships wherever we can right now. But in the meantime, I did want to check out. So I needed 20,000 ore, 30,000 gas. Almost there on the ore. Inching our way up the Armada Assault. Really going to have to come down to setting. I'm going to have to set one of each, which I can, thankfully, because I have been saving up. This is the spend event. This is just a hostile hunt. Hostile hunt is going to give out Dabo tokens, Dabo pulls. But I'm going to get 2 pulls from this. Yeah. I've got my ticketed events. I can join this one, which will be good because this is almost 200 million tritanium and probably about 400 crystal. Mining G4 at 20,000, 20 points. I need about 90,000. Yeah, we'll have time to do that. Yeah, so I switched it up this month. Instead of buying the monthly, whoops, wrong thing. I wanted to store. Instead of buying like the March whatever pack, which has already left this, there it is, the March Elite Reward Pack. So instead of buying this one and getting, these are all the resources I would get at my particular level, and then the daily resources, which don't usually add up to be a whole heck of a lot, I went with the ticket pack instead, so I could do all the ticketed events to see if that put me further ahead in terms of resources. Because I mean, it's nice you get these big chunks of stuff, 3,000. Like I would like the 300 ore right now. Actually, that would probably be enough to actually finish off. No, but then if you look in the daily resource bundle, then it's there's no rares in here, and I'm only getting like 12 a day, so that's another 360 of these, and another 900 uncommon, so that's about 4,500 total. And I was thinking that I would get more than that in the ticket events because this is such a ticket heavy month. Because if I'm getting 220 there, and usually the bottom 3 kind of add up to be close to the top one, 110, 160, yeah. So if you add these 3 together, it comes pretty close to the top one. So usually you just double the top one, and that's about what you get. So if there's 440 there, even if I only do 10 of these events, I come out with 4,400, which is about the same, and I don't have to wait the whole month to get them. Plus, then I have extra tickets left for next month. Okay. So what do we got here? We have a big epic that I will go meet shield at. And we'll go hang out here. See if we can't help out there. That's got 9 minutes on it. And then this one, once I die here, I can jump to this one, repair and jump. So yeah, we're going to be hopping around quite a bit today. Is that... Yeah, I only needed 20,000 ore. There's my 20,000. We're done. I hate when the timers don't show up. And then you got to do stuff like this to refresh them. While we're waiting for this Armada to finish up, of course, I do want to say a quick thank you to everybody. I appreciate all the support, everybody watching the channel, hitting the like and follow buttons on Twitch and YouTube. I've actually gotten to the point now, you may see some ads on Twitch because I've hit the point where I am now a Twitch affiliate, thanks to all of your support. And you do now have the option to hit that subscribe button or use your Twitch Prime subscription so you don't have to see those ads, or they're just short. You can just wait through the minute ad break if you want. But thank you to everybody. That's really just all I wanted to say was thank you for tuning in and watching the channel and talking with me about Star Trek Fleet Command, because I enjoy talking about the game and where it may be going and what's going on in it, and just having a dialogue with players, finding out what's going on other servers, what what you guys do and how your ROE works and that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you very much, Olympus. You are my very first subscriber. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you very much. My wife just heard me say that. She was walking by, so she started waving her arms in the air. So thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. All right. So now we need to go mine some crystal. And we're going to get a head start on it until I get done with my gas. Actually, let's see if there's any open nodes in this system. Those are full. There's an open node. There we go. We'll just go mine there. Okay. So I'm probably gonna die horribly here. What are we looking at? 113 against 377. I can't believe this one didn't fill. This one may actually fail. This one's probably gonna fail because nobody's gonna have Troy either. Well, if they can't reset it, I can always reset it later. Oh, wait, somehow that won. What? That's crazy. All right, I'll look at the log for that one in a second. But in the meantime, what do I got? 5 minutes for this one? All right, almost 6 minutes, so I can let those repair helps go through. How did we win this one? I mean, I know that Corvus is good. No denying that at all. Oh, he had the north cut. Wow, really? 2 Pilums, a north cut. Like, I would not have expected to win this one. I'll be 100% honest. 8,000 epic credits too. Is the Northcutt just hitting that hard? Yeah, he's hitting for 2 million a shot. I'm not. I mean, I'm just absorbing shots. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. How many rounds did this go? Went 18 rounds. A lot of times when we're going after these high level things, if I'm not bringing Troy to help keep these things from critting, maybe that's why maybe this thing just didn't crit. Three. That's a big shot. A couple of big shots, but yeah, I'm not. That's really what it is. There's one crit in 3 rounds. Okay, there's a big crit that I got directed right at my ship. Yeah, so there's no more shields left. All right, so yeah, so it didn't really crit too many times on its own, which may be what saved us. Yeah, there go my shields, and then I'm destroyed a shot later here. But hey, sometimes that's what you do, right? That's the job. Just meet shield for some other people, and sometimes when I do this, I'll do the Beverly Con mud crew. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, more event tickets. Yes, I will claim event tickets. Thank you. I like event tickets from Scopely. That's the other thing too. It's like, if you buy the pack that has 390 tickets in it, they still give you a bunch. So you're not using all of them. So some of that will carry over into next month as well. Um, so I think I actually probably will end up getting like possibly 2 months of tickets or 3 months, depending on how many events they run, uh, of ticketed events, which may end up putting me further ahead than just buying the monthly resource pack and cost me less money in the long run, which I'm always a fan of. Streamer luck, yeah. That's what that one was for sure. So what do we got here? So, all right. So this one looks pretty. Oh wait, never mind. We're fine. Yep. There's the Corvus. All right. So that one went there. So this one's going to be successful. And then over here we've got the rare, and then there comes the Northcutt. Okay. So Baller's just going to do all the heavy lifting today. Remember, send that guy a fruit basket. Typically, when I'm setting, I will bring Troy to these deep space rares and epics, just because I know I'm going to die anyway. Sometimes if I'm just a support person and I know the other guys, like the person who's setting it, already brought Troy, then I will do the Beverly as captain with Mud and Khan. Um, Definitely last a few more rounds that way because you typically don't always get shot more than once with an armada. There's multiple targets for it to shoot at, and sometimes depending on the level of the armada, they only fire 2 or 3 times a round. So there's a pretty good chance you're not going to get shot twice in the same round. So the round you get hit when your shields drop and mud boosts your damage, as long as you don't get hit again when you don't have any shields, you don't really take too much hull damage. And then Beverly gets them back up, so when you get shot again in a round or two, it can kind of extend your life. I think last time I made it to like round 15 or 16 out of a 21 round Armada fight doing that. So That is another alternative for lower level players if you're trying to get into some of these bigger armadas. Obviously, you're not going to have the power, but if you kind of want to have a little bit more longevity, absorb a few more hits, kind of meat shield a little bit better, or just do more damage output so you get more credits out of the deal. That is certainly a potential way to go. Okay. How did the jellyfish do? The jellyfish lived. Barely, but the jellyfish lived. And then the Kelvin over here also lived pretty convincingly. Okay, so we're getting some points for doing some kills. And this is also Armada Assault ROM shards. Oh, there's another ROM shard. Okay. Oh, there's the Epic. So we'll move over there. This ship's going to probably be faster just to kill it. Then fly back and repair. Considering how damaged we are here. Then I'll go look for my own epic to try and set, to try and get, because epics, especially in deep space epics, they have a 12-hour respawn time, and not being able to figure out what system you need to be in is always a little bit of a pain. Okay. So let's start figuring out where we need to go. So he's doing the one there. So I need to head to Dram and see what we can find there. Now, did we get a discovery event? Yes. Okay, so we got a discovery event. So it just took an hour. So it started an hour late. Summoning ships is worth 900 points. I'm going to probably end up doing that anyway. So maybe we won't kill stuff today, since I'm going to be warping around a little bit. So that's good. It would have been really disappointing to find out that they just forgot to start one of these. Plus we also get our regular events now, which the timers are going to be a little off on. So we've got our Fed rep and our ROM rep events that we'll join. Keep that dual faction grinding going. It's a limited time station event. This is one of the good station events though. And then we've got a research event as well. This is not one of the better research events. Let's check the calendar and see what the afternoon event is tentatively supposed to be, to find out if there's a duplicate. Game calendars, there we go. Let's see what we got. Nope, this is all of the recruit ROM stuff. This is not the calendar I'm looking for. Okay, so we are on Sunday. So we've got research solo running for 12 hours, station solo running for 6. The evening event for 6 hours is a ship XP leaderboard. Tomorrow's event is a double XP officer XP solo milestone, starting at, so that's the midnight to 6 a.m. event, would be the double officer one. Okay, so no duplicates of officer abilities or of research coming up, so I don't feel bad about speeding up any of these researches. that one. Couple of 12 hours. And I got a couple of 5 hours that I can use here. Yeah, I don't know what it is about daylight savings time that I think it is too, because these games are worldwide, so you've got people playing in different countries, and it's not just a U.S. based game where we do have daylight savings time. Now different countries, some don't honor it, some do it at different times of the year, obviously based on their seasonality. So I kind of get why it doesn't work that way, and you don't want to have people working on different schedules. What do we want? Or research efficiency. This is 4-star. Yes, that's what we want. We will spend some 4-star ore to get my ore researches costing less. It's interesting that they put these in backwards order. It's research building. This one's building research. This one's research building. So it's like, why did they put gas backwards? Oh, because more people want gas. So they wanted to make it a little harder. Okay, so where we got? You need to go find this epic to join to get points for that. That's got 9 minutes on it, so that should be enough time if I find my own, which does not look promising because there's a bunch of other alliances up here already. Yep, so no 44. We already did the big 47 epic. Let's go check Klingon space, although I'm sure it's probably going to end up having the same issue. It's here. Okay, we'll keep giving out our helps. We did finish those for the day already as well, because researches are expensive. Lots of resources. Oh, now we're going to get a lag spike. There we go. Okay, no, it's just the first part. Alright, so we hit our battle pass milestone. So what do we get? We get gas. Gas and dilithium. 6 and 9. So 15 million dilithium plus some good 3-star, 4-star gas pulls there. A couple hundred of each. Just moving right along. Speaking of gas, I needed 30,000 to finish my daily. I'm only up to 25, so still got a little bit of waiting. In the meantime, let's get this ship I'm gonna need to repair this one as well, because Lorca's below deck on that one. And I do like to bring him as well. I really should take this crew off this and put a different crew down there. Since most of the time I kind of alternate with her. I could put Krell down there as well, because sometimes I put him there, and then Tyler would be the one that I'd want to fill in that last spot. Also want to switch that. Where's Chen? We'll switch Talon and Chen, because I'm going to end up going to kill. Usually they're on the auger, so that's what I do most of my grinding and stuff with. And it's easy just to flip to PvP mode for that. Now, you're going there, and you're going there. And I'm taking you off this ship. Now we're going to go group. I need Troy. And we are going to take Lorca, so in case we do find anything, we can do that. And then I can put Tyler below decks there. He should, oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, so you need to do some or just some PvE grinding. We'll send you to Kronos to try and kill a couple things there if we can. You, my good man, are looking for an epic to set, if there are any available. Hey, there's one. Bingo. Just let people know that I am going to have Troy. And we're going to summon in the jellyfish. So we get points for setting. That's for doing my helps. That's for doing my discovery. So I can do my refinery. Discovery refine. Let's get that going. Just keep moving through everything. Just grinding a little bit by bit. Obviously, you want to try and find what you can set. That's, what your alliance can support. Make sure you leave yourself plenty of time, usually about 5 minutes or so, just to let people move ships around so they don't always have to use the discovery to jump between stuff. Not everybody has, that kind of range, or usually that kind of, sometimes the jump juice just isn't available. So usually try and leave at least 5 minutes between setting big armadas, unless they're in the same system. If they're in the same system, you can get by with like a 2 or 3 minute window. What do we got over here? Anything non-heavy? Yes, bingo. Oh, actually, there's 2 of them. Let's take the lead one. Rares are much easier to find, of course, than epics. Rares have a much faster respawn rate. They respawn like 30 minutes or something, I think, as opposed to the epics that take like 12 hours. So getting the epic now, huge benefit, and I'll worry about getting the other one done later. Plus, I'll also take the nice big bonus chest for setting it, which will help me. Should be enough to open the G4 epic box. We're getting hostile hunt done. We're getting probably just need one more, but crap, there's nobody here now. Sometimes I'll just take these just for the extra rep or the box pulls. I hope I get some ship blueprints. I've had some decent luck with these. I think I've gotten 3 or 4 Coronar blueprints from killing these 49s over the last, 6 months. But, I'll take them. Maybe 4 less I'd have to buy at some point if I ever wanted that ship. And as soon as we get Romulans locked at 1 billion, we will be moving to ROM space and killing Romulans. Or hopefully I will get some Pilum blueprints so I don't have to buy those. So that way when I am level 46 and ready to build that ship, it will be a lot less expensive. Uh, that's kind of the goal, I think, for this year. I think is to be 46 and get that ship built by the end of the year. I think that's a realistic timetable. I mean, obviously you can do it faster. You know, money speeds all things up, but I don't really want to continue spending. I don't want to be forced to spend big chunks of money on this game. $20 for a battle pass, sure, that's a subscription. I pay that to Netflix for having that streaming service for the month. So okay, so we killed that base. What else we got? We will head this way. I'm just gonna keep sticking with this group because I keep living. So just keep taking the points where I can get them. Okay, that should be that event done. There's Hostile Hunt, which we're making good progress through as well. Those are heavies. Those are heavies. That's not. And now there's the one behind it. Okay. Exactly. Slow and steady does win the race, and you don't go broke in the process. Absolutely, Olympus. Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, $20 for a battle pass, sure, that's fine. Occasionally, you know, get birthday money, Christmas money, work bonus, just feeling a little bit of a need for like an impulse buy, okay. Support that for a few little things here and there. But the people who just a constant spend, 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 yeah, that's not me. I'm not that guy. It's got to make sense. The rewards really have to be worth it. It's really going to have to improve my game experience because that's what you're buying here. You're buying a better experience. That's why you play the game is for the enjoyment of the game. If the game is just about spending money, there's no enjoyment there for most people. Um, so you need a little bit. You need a little bit more. You need a little more out of it. And if you know there's something that piques my interest enough to think I'm going to get that kind of value out of a playing experience from it, yeah, then it makes sense and it's worth it to me. So we got 7 minutes left. Well, BJ brought the Enterprise A, which is a mighty, mighty ship in and of itself. Lots of health. It's got as long as it has morale, every time it gets hit, it increases the weapon damage by 6%. So morale being big for it, okay. But he's got an Enterprise D crew on it, next generation Enterprise crew on it. What's Picard doing? 10% to crit damage against hostiles and armadas. He's boosting Riker's ability of his damage, his cumulative damage, plus 130% because he's getting synergy and stuff there. So that'll probably outweigh the ship's ability. Increases the weapon damage by 6% as long as it has morale, versus Riker just doing more. Seems like it would outweigh it. If Riker's giving an extra, 10% per round or whatever because he's got synergy from Picard and Beverly, that's going to outweigh the ship's ability, I think. Especially in an Armada where you're not necessarily getting hit all the time. So that makes sense. And I'm sure this is just a increase in crit damage, probably better than most of the other officers. And Baller's here. And here comes the boss and his Coronar. That's 19 million. Baller brought the North Cut. Yeah, we should be fine. I am going to keep the Jellyfish there just in case, or the Discovery there, just in case anybody shows up to rain on the parade and wants to kill my weak Jellyfish before these guys can intercept them. Like if he came in cloaked and, you know, popped our ship, that the Armada doesn't fail, because I'll have a second ship there that should still let it go off. As long as everybody's paying attention and notices that I got hit. Oh, but I lost my Klingon transports. They wandered off. These are just heavies. I'm probably done with this event, to be honest. I probably don't need to kill anything else, but... Alright, while I'm still here, before I fly back, let's just take a quick peek. Recruit ROM. This is Armada Assault that's left. Hostile Hunt. Okay, so I am still doing this. 49s are worth 7,500 points, and so I still need to kill like 4 plus. Or I can just keep killing other things. Like these Armadas do count toward that as well. So that's not a big deal. Ticket events. We're going to go mine some crystal. The other ones are done. So you get bonus points for destroying with the Discovery. I guess I could just get those last 100 points without the Discovery. Is it Kata? Kata's up? Just go here on the way back to base. Okay. Let's open some chests. We've done some kills. We've killed some Armadas. We've killed some 49s. Epic directives, epic exchange loot from earlier, and a whole bunch of junk. Yeah, 12-hour speed up. No bonus chests. I'll get my setter's chest in about 3 minutes. Are we done with our helps? Nope, still need 15 more helps. That's going to give me 7,000. 7,000 is going to get me the next Battle Pass milestone, huh? Alright, so what are we getting here? Recruit tokens and diodes, and more recruit tokens. I'm not sure what these are for. These mission keys, because I don't think there's any missions left. Yeah. I don't know why there's extra. I think they messed up the point values for the missions in the store, because the first time in the Battle Pass, when you got these 10 points right here, you were able to unlock both sets of missions. They were only 5 points for some reason and not 10 apiece. So yesterday when I unlocked this 21, I was able to do Fire Sale, which is the one that usually costs 40. So for some reason it looks like they put them up at half price. So this is kind of a wasted spot here, these 40 mission keys, because there aren't other missions left to do. And I don't know if they realize that and are just like, oops, and just letting it ride, or if there will be some type of compensation for that. That'll come out after the fact. Maybe we'll have to put that up on the old... Sorry, Discord boards is what I was thinking. So I got a minute to go there. I need 100 points. What are these guys giving me? Because I'm not using a discovery. 20. Alright, so kill 5 of these guys and I'm done. That seems reasonable. Instead of waiting for to bring the discovery back and then using that to get the kills. Because I'm almost done. We'll clear out some of the 27s. We'll leave the 29s for the other guys. Alright, and we're going to win this one, right? A couple of 54s. Yeah, we're going to win this one. We're going to win this one just fine. Then I just got to find a rare to set. Rares are a lot easier, so that should not be a problem. If I even need to set the rare. Did I live? I know we won. The question is, did I live? No, I didn't live. Okay. This particular crew setup is pretty weak, so living is not always something you would expect, even with the other guys being that strong. But I do get 35,000 as part of my setter's chest for that, so... Oops. That is in the Alliance tab, so now I've got enough to get one of these G4 boxes. Do I want to try and save up to 100,000 and do a double pull? No. What are the? I'd have to. I really, realistically speaking, I'd have to set another one. So we'll take the 50 pull, see what we get. All right, so we got some gas. We got 2 Katinga blueprints, so we're getting closer on that ship. I think I'm up to about 30 now on this ship, so making good progress on it. I can't buy any blueprints for it because my faction reputation is not high enough. Okay, so that one's good there. This guy set one here. We'll send the discovery over there. And this should finish up our discovery event as well. So, not too bad this morning. Obviously, the event starting at different times kind of threw things off a little bit, but still got through most of it in about an hour and a half. So, that is not bad at all. I know they want to make sure that they're having a good balance between giving players content and keeping them engaged and entertained, but also not making it feel like you have to spend a ridiculous amount of time playing on a daily basis in order to keep up. And that should be enough gas as well. So that finishes up that daily. Alright, so dailies are done. The ones I usually do. Just have to do a station piece. Is there anything in here I can upgrade? Yeah, I can do my dry jack. Perfect. One, two, three, four. That's good for 5,000 points. That'll get me some more recruit tokens. We like recruit tokens. That's up to 30. Oh, dry dock G going to 39 does not require any crystal. Interesting. From like 30 to 38, it has required 3-star crystal to upgrade, but at going to 39 here, it does not. Okay. All right, so the other thing I did mention earlier was we were going to look at some screenshots just to show you how effective ROM can be. I do have some screenshots from a high level battle that took place when a big, beefy, when two 50-plus players, shall we say, went at it, one attacking the other's base, and just how much of a difference you can see Rom made in round one. So we will take a quick look at that. Just give me a second here to finish up this Armada. Get my ships in position. And then we'll take a look at that. In the meantime, okay, so we won, but I got blown up. Kind of par for the course, right? So I flip them around. Khan's on the other ship. And Mud's on an away team mission. Alright, so that crew's not going to work. So... Alright, well, we'll just not worry about this one for right now. Discard changes. We'll just leave that the way it was, in case I want to run something else. Oh, I can put Riker back there. That's what I can do. We can do that. Just put Riker there. And what system were you? You're in Talvath. Oh, this one's actually full, so I don't even need to be there. Perfect. Okay, so we'll take a minute here, take a breather. And like I said, I mentioned I have some screenshots to show you off how good Rom is and what a difference he can make. So let me pull up those in a second. I'll just enlarge them and then move them over. Okay, so first screenshot, we've got a level 59 player attacking. He's using a tier 6, level 30 Sompek going against Mr. Baller's base here, which is 1.2 billion in strength. Oops. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And using Rom as captain with Lorca and Worf, using a crit build crew, trying to do max damage in those first few rounds, especially round 1, trying to crit as often as possible and do extra damage from potentially a hull breach to try and take ships and defense platforms down during round 1 while Rom's ability is working and you are not getting shot. You'll see that he takes the base down, only has this fraction of health left, 11 million health remaining, which is a ridiculous amount to everybody else, but on this ship that's maybe about 10% or so health left. And when you think about the fact that this ship got hit 0 times in round 1, that clearly is going to make a big difference there. New. All right. So again, looking at the battle log and the damage we have right off the bat. Rom's ability delaying their fire so they don't get hit. Rom's ability adding plus 50% more weapon shots. And then you've got Worf doing plus 60% and Lorca doing 75% chance to inflict the hull breach, which he does. So now you've got hull breach, which is going to do more damage when you crit. Worf's giving a 60% increase to critical chance. And Rom's increasing the number of shots you fire per round. First shot is 12.5 million, takes a huge amount of chunk, 8 million shield health off the Pilum, because it's going by the combat triangle here, so it's an explorer, and it's going right after the things it has the best advantage over, which would be interceptors. Second shot, 11 and a half, almost 12 million, takes the shields down now because it's you've hit the shields for over 15 million hull health. Now you've got a big shot coming from the Sompek here, hitting for 62 million points, 50 million going to hull health. Pilum's destroyed. Now he had a Nova in dock as well. Now you got a 40 million critical hitting that. And we're going to follow that up, thanks to Mr. Worf, with one more critical. And for another 40 million hull damage. These are the extra bonus shots now that the Sompek is getting, because you look at the firing pattern, 2, 4. These are shots like 5 and 6 here. So these are bonus shots that are coming off the ship. It's destroying the Nova, and then it has to waste the other shot, also shooting at the Nova, which was already destroyed in the previous firing. But it's kind of what it's already locked in, and it's firing on its particular target. So now here at the end of round 1, we've destroyed both enemy ships and taken 0 damage in the process. So if we go back to that first screenshot, again, both ships were destroyed in round 1, took absolutely no damage from them or the defense platforms the entirety of round 1, and just barely ekes out existing. Without Rom's ability, these ships would have gotten some shots off. The defense platforms would have fired multiple times in round 1. Now moving in, I don't have the screenshots, unfortunately, from round 2 to see just how quickly defense platform A ended up getting destroyed. But without these ships there taking some damage, I'm sure that one's going down pretty quickly as well. So Rom is definitely no joke. He is a huge difference maker, especially in these high-level base targets. I mean, he'll obviously pare down, to lower-level targets as well. But Rom's going to be a game changer. So if you were on the fence about thinking just how much of a difference maker he can be, you're going to need to get Rom. That's what I'm saying, and you're going to need to factor that into your base defense as well, because Rom is not fooling around. All right, so you're there. Let's go here and just see if I can find a rare. But I did want to make sure I kind of put that content out there, let everybody know, get Rom, and start thinking about mentally, if you're preparing your base defense, how are you going to defend against Rom? The short answer is you're not, so you better shield up. It's really what it comes down to. If you're not going to be bubbled up, whatever base defense you think you have, it's not going to be good enough anymore. Your best defense is going to be using your shields, which is why they give you 24-hour of shields each day. Take advantage of them and use them. And that's going to be my final thoughts on that for the afternoon. So thank you all very much for tuning into the stream today. Whether you're watching live on Twitch or you're watching the replay on YouTube, I appreciate the support. And I'll see you back here on Tuesday evening for our next live stream. We'll see what new content we have to talk about then, see if they've released the treasury by then, and we can talk about what's going on there and just see how the month has progressed. See if Scopely throws us any new curveballs. But other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you around the galaxy.